Welcome back to the properly identified boat, everyone. I am the MoeChicken, and we are back with more Private EyeDol. In the last episode, we learned things. Sakaki may have been the murderer, and he may have been murdered. We found evidence, or we were reported evidence that he was soaking wet the night of the murder, and also we found his coat with his name tag on it, with slashes and blood marks near Tengu Cape, or Tengu Rock, and we are currently trying to find Tachibana. Is he here?
I'm holding an invisible glass of wine. Ah, geez, I give. That's one pushy detective. Wasn't even time to set out yet, and there he is going back to Kojima. Forced me right out of port.
Oh, okay. So maybe he's back at the hotel. Yeah. Alright, back at the hotel. Is the detective here? No! Oh, there they are. Hello, bestie and bestie. Mr. Tachibana!
May, where the heck you go? We searched all over.
There's no time for that. See, what happened was...
That's a lot of dots. Got it. A warehouse of smuggled goods and Sakaki's death. Good grief. What happened to not doing anything stupid?
Hey, I didn't climb down the rope to the cave like I thought I was gonna have to.
But you did good. This means we got surefire proof now.
Proof? What do you mean?
Right. Yeah, where do I start with this?
Why don't you start with Tachibana's goal? What were you doing?
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna punch myself in the chin. Has it been 10 years now? It became clear that a certain syndicate existed. Their syndicate reaping vast profits from unlawful dealings centered on weapons, drugs, and stolen artifacts. Investigations have been carried out over and over, but unfortunately they've never turned anything up. But a few days ago, I learned that there's something related to the syndicate on this island. So I came here to investigate it.
Oh, okay. So it wasn't a vacation for him.
Up to now, the investigation's caught nothing but grunts. As far as things stand, we barely know anything. But May, the warehouse you found could push the situation way forward. Seriously, you did good.
Well, thank you.
Earlier you told us we can't rely on the police, right? Well, I didn't really want to say it. But, the murdered man's father, Detective Muto, and May, your father, Detective Kusanagi, too. They both lost their lives investigating this syndicate.
Huh? But my father committed suicide.
A likely tale, that. In any event, as far as I can tell from the case of Detective Muto, the state of the investigation into the syndicate is being leaked. There's probably someone inside the police department inside the police who's connected to the syndicate. I'm good at talking.
Oh, really? Okay, so we got dirty cops now. Neat.
You understand that the father of Muto, the murder victim, was killed by the syndicate 7 years ago, right? I took a look into his house in Oshiba, and interestingly, I turned up an investigation report on the syndicate. Turns out he was also an amateur detective, kind of like you. You know, always getting in the way of the police investigations. Probably some sort of impetus led him to learn the cause of his father's death, and he continued the investigation himself, seeking revenge.
Okay. What about the old woman?
I only found out one thing about the old woman. Muto, the murdered man, first came to Oshima 4 months ago. It seems he was accompanied by a short old woman at the time. They crossed over to Kojima together, and Muto alone returned, dwelling on Oshima.
4 months ago? Then doesn't that mean the old woman has been living on this island? Yeah.
The points to investigate from here on out are most likely Sakaki and the old woman. There's no material evidence, but if it's true that Sakaki came back soaking wet, the one that killed Muto was probably him. What's left is to find out what the old woman has to do with the case.
Okay. Well, we are bestie squad again. Nice. All right. So I guess we're investigating the old woman now. Alright, do you know the old woman? No. Okay. Do you know the old woman? Hello? Hello, old woman? Nope. Okay, Didn't Watabe say that he knew the old woman? I think he did. Or he said, he was like, ah, it's my fault this is happening or whatever. Let's go see if he's back. Dee. Watabe? Nope, not here. Alright, where? He must still be out at Tengu Rock. Yep. Tengu Rock. Oh my gosh! No! The scarecrow! Watabe! Ah, crap! Oh no! Why?
He's still breathing. He might make it if he gets medical attention.
I'll call the ferryman.
Inspector, pull yourself together. He's lost consciousness. Don't move him too much.
Okay.
There's no weapon to be found. There doesn't seem to be anything that would be a clue as to the culprit either. It's not clear from the situation whether it's a suicide or a murder.
He's probably shaken. That's not like Mr. Tachibana, but it's understandable. Look at how big Tachibana's shirt is. Dude is wearing a tent. I've got a shirt. Like, the other day I had to go into work, and I had like I wore like this, because I don't usually wear like I mostly work out of the house, and so I don't have to dress up very often, and so a lot of my shirts are from like several years back, and I put on one. It was like that. It was like a giant. It was like wearing a tent to the office. It was awful. It hadn't even been that long since we left him.
So the incident occurred suddenly. By the way, isn't Mr. Watabe holding something in his hand? You know, that thing? I want to look at his wound, though. There's one stab from a sharp blade. The wound is deep, but it's not a fatal injury. If it's a murder, why didn't the killer deliver the finishing blow?
And if it's a suicide, where's the weapon? You can't make a wound this deep and have enough left in you to throw it in the ocean. Look at this envelope. Okay. It's pay stub. In the broken signal, you will surely find meaning.
What skillful penmanship.
Yeah. Navi, don't lower the tension in a time like this.
No, I didn't mean it like that. But he's relying on you, Mei, so do you have any idea about this?
No. I mean, I think it's some sort of code, but... Oh, hey, welcome back.
Whoa, this ain't good.
Get him to the hospital in Oshima. Sorry, but you go with him, Mariko. Me and Mei will continue the investigation. Just picked him right up. Mr. Tachibana, is it really okay for you to not to go? I'm a detective. Work towards solving the case at all times. That man, that's what he taught me. Okay, let's go. The code Inspector Watabe left should be a crucial key. Okay. We can't check these anymore, I guess. Yeah, okay. Alright, well maybe he left something in his office. Let's go look at the, go check out the substation. Excuse me. Okay. I can't go in there? Why not? He locked it or something? Thing is wrecked, man. The broken signal. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. The broken signal. Could he mean this radio transceiver?
Could Mr. Watabe have hidden something in this?
I'll try opening it. Oh, there's another pay stub. It's a letter. Oh, yeah? Oh, gosh. That's a lot of text that I can't read.
To whom it may concern, if you're reading this letter, I probably departed from this world. Perhaps you have already guessed, but both Sakaki and I are members of the syndicate.
Oh, no, really? I didn't realize that.
The cave in Threewood Cape, which I told Miss May of, is the warehouse with which the syndicate uses to store goods for future dealings. The stored items are almost all articles seized by the police that have been diverted into unlawful channels. When I was in the police, I, too, illegally diverted confiscated drugs and guns as a member of the syndicate.
Oh, that's why you seem so guilty.
And 7 years ago, the cause of my subordinate Detective Muto's murder then was information that I leaked.
Oh, yeah, that's why he felt like he had to move here.
Since that incident, I, together with Sakaki, have served as a guard for the stored goods, living as this island's resident officer. However, I end that life today. When I learned that the murdered young Murano was actually the son of Detective Muto, whom I killed 7 years ago.
Why is it showing the old lady right now?
And when I realized that old woman was Detective Muto's mother, I sensed that the time had come to face my own death. Lastly, though it may be a selfish request, I want you to help the old woman. I have learned that she is secretly living in an
old temple in the mountains. Oh!
Which was formerly a syndicate warehouse. The syndicate will probably target her life as well. At least, try to prevent there from being any more victims. I humbly ask this of you. Sincerely, Genji Watabe.
Huh, okay. Well, so the Scarecrow was a baddie all along, apparently.
Good God. What a complicated case. In any event, we've found out where the old woman is. There's no time to let our minds wander.
Right. We still have to work out what this old temple is.
To that end, Navi has made her own summary of the facts of this case. Try using the case summary command.
Yeah, alright. Case summary. About the syndicate.
There was the syndicate reaping profits from unlawful dealings in guns, drugs, information, stolen artifacts, and so on. This series of incidents has constantly been connected to it. It's also an inescapable fact that there are people within the police who are active in the syndicate.
Okay. Young man incident. Oh, there's a lot here. Okay, case outline.
Yesterday evening, the body of a young man was found in the Noctilucent Cave. The initial discoverer was Motoko. The victim's name was Takehiro Muto, 19 years old. The cause of death is believed to be a shock resulting from major blood loss due to a wound in the abdomen. He was the son of Detective Muto, who was killed by the syndicate 7 years ago. He was independently investigating the syndicate in order to take revenge. Okay? We've established that the culprit was Koji Sakaki. He was both the manager of the Kojima Hotel and a member of the syndicate. We think that he learned of the existence of the young Muto, who was investigating the syndicate and murdered him.
Okay. Sakaki incident. Okay, that line.
Today at Tengu Rock, signs of some sort of incident were discovered. We believe that the victim, in addition to receiving a wound of some description, fell to the bottom of a cliff. We also discovered that personal effects, which we believe to be the victims, were left at the crime scene.
Okay.
From his effects, we've hypothesized that the victim was Koji Sakaki. The body hasn't been found, thus the cause of death has yet to be determined either. Saki is also the culprit behind the murder of younger Muto.
So here's the funny thing. Navi is like a super advanced AI, right? So are we like actively training her AI on murder cases? Is that why she's like gradually getting better at this?
We have no clues relating to the culprit whatsoever.
Neat. Watabe incident. Today at Tengu Rock, former Inspector Genji Watabe was found collapsed with an abdominal wound. Okay. Though he was unconscious, former Inspector Watabe's wound was fortunately not so severe as to be fatal. At present, he is being treated at the hospital in Oshima. Additionally, former Inspector Watabe was a member of the syndicate. Furthermore, we have established that 7 years ago, he leaked information in order to murder his subordinate, Detective Muto. We have no proof as to the weapon or the like, and we have not established whether it was a suicide or a murder. Okay. The old woman is the mother of Detective Muto, who was murdered 7 years ago. That is, we have established her to be the grandmother of the younger Muto, who was murdered at the Noctilucent Cave. We believe that she was investigating the syndicate together with the younger Muto, her grandson. We have learned that at present she is living in an old temple on Kojima in secret. Alright. Pretty cool. Well, that's pretty much going to be the end of this. So, well, yeah, I'll go ahead. I was going to say we could go talk to the Asagiris about where that temple was, but we'll just do that in the next episode. In the meantime, we'll just kind of we'll pace back and forth with Bestie Tachibana. So, in the next episode, we will go look for the old woman, I guess. So, I hope you'll come back and join me for that. I'm MoeChicken. This has been Private EyeDol, and we are going to wear a track in the ground at this rate. A very uneven track.